With the election looming, the two major candidates for the presidency of the United States in 2016 are the two most controversial candidates in modern history. On the one side, you have Hillary Rodham Clinton, who represents a continuation of the Obama presidency, with the promise to build on all of President Obama's successes. On the Republican side, you have the most unlikely of candidates who has truly struck a chord with the American people. Donald J. Trump has risen to political stardom by defeating 16 other Republican figures during the primaries. With very little time left until Election Day, this is a case for Donald Trump. On June 16, 2016, Donald Trump descended the Trump Tower escalator to what many believe would be a failed campaign. The real estate mogul turned reality TV star has created a campaign that received the most votes in Republican Party history. Trump has made some very controversial statements during his campaign, but has made many remarks on where America is now and how he envisions a Trump-led America. Trump's slogan of Make America Great Again, although originally coined by Ronald Reagan, speaks volumes of his actions of commander-in-chief. Trump wants to bring back American jobs, which he says have been sent overseas and to our southernmost neighbor, Mexico. Manufacturing jobs in America have been significantly declining in the past decades, to where now manufacturing jobs account for less than 10% of the overall American job market. Trump promises to bring back American jobs, and has even mentioned placing tariffs on imports from China and Mexico. When it comes to border security, Trump remains strong, stating that he will build a wall along our southernmost border with a big beautiful door. He has proposed extreme vetting, which would attempt to verify if immigrants attempting to come into the United States have the same values which America stands for, and that these individuals will not pose a threat to America's principles and national security. While very thorough and intense, proposed vetting would fall within legal parameters. On the experience front, Trump is not a typical major party candidate. Since George Washington, only 8 major party candidates have not previously held elected office: Zachary Taylor, Winfield Scott, George McClellan, Ulysses S. Grant, Winfield S. Hancock, Herbert Hoover, Wendell L. Willkie, and Dwight D. Eisenhower. Trump will have precedent, with 4 of these men ultimately winning the presidency. While Trump is not a typical politician, he does have an ample amount of business experience. While creating thousands of jobs, Trump has amassed a fortune by the art of deal-making. If elected, Donald Trump will easily be the richest president in our nation's history. He is a battle-tested negotiator and has built an empire whose name is recognizable across the globe. Trump has understood the American economy for decades and has promised to focus on America first and foremost. He promises to tear to shreds the Iran nuclear deal and renegotiate many of America's deals to better suit the United States to prosper. Trump's extensive business experience has included negotiations with business leaders and dozens of governments around the world, and he almost certainly has connections with these countries that eclipse those of political candidates. This gives Trump a clear, realistic insight into many of the world's economies. Trump promises to cut spending so much that, quote, your head will spin. This, along with promised elimination of job-killing regulations, the lowering of taxes, and a simplification of the tax code, Trump's tax plan aligns with common conservative fiscal viewpoint. Trump's greatest adversity to overcome is not Hillary Clinton. It is the public persona he has presented to the American electorate. While often crude, loud, and not politically correct, Trump has clearly got his message across to his loyal supporters. His supporters often cite how much they love his clear and unfiltered reality that he presents the world. He believes that political correctness has hindered the United States, and Americans appear to agree, with a 2015 Rasmussen report finding that 71% of American adults believe that political correctness is a problem. On social issues, Trump remains consistent with typical Republican sentiments. During the primary debates, Trump admitted that he is pro-life, pro-surveillance, and has a cautious approach to the legalization of marijuana. Trump wants to defund Planned Parenthood and believes same-sex marriage is a state issue. Overall, Trump has presented an attack dog-like personality. He does not care how the media portrays him, nor does he back down from a fight. He tends to get under his opponent's skin and waits for him or her to make a mistake to only then capitalize on said misstep. Trump plans to take this skill to the global scale by working with other governments, have them be allies or adversaries. Trump has made a solemn promise to the American people that he will make America great again, And if elected in early November, Trump will complete the most unlikely of campaigns and will become the 45th President of the United States. Thanks for watching. Post in the comments below whether or not you're voting for Trump and why. Be sure to watch my video on Hillary Clinton, Gary Johnson, and Jill Stein to be more informed on all candidates before you cast your ballot in November.